That's like, I mean, is there a girl Joker? Oh, if there was, it should fucking be me. So what do you think, guys? Are we seeing She-Hulk or what? Welcome to Lauren's Dreamhouse. This is Lauren's Dreamhouse, and I'm Lauren's Dreamhouse. Sorry for the wait. Thank you for waiting. Also, I apologize if you hear a fan in the background. It's really hot in here, and I don't know why. Yeah, sorry for the wait. Thank you for waiting. It has been a very dramatic week. There's been a lot going on. I recorded what I considered to be a garbage episode. And for that reason, I decided to shit can it. And I think I made the right decision. It was just not right. And I only want to deliver content to you guys that is good, because that's what you deserve. For all the money you're paying for this, I mean, you got to get the bang for your buck, especially if you have YouTube ads and you don't have YouTube Premium, and you sit through an hour of my podcast hearing like dog food commercials or something. That was water. No bourbon today. My bourbon was ruined. Maybe I'll tell that story another time. Maybe I won't. It's a little bit of a freaky day. Wow, what to talk about first? I guess She-Hulk. So, what I'm gonna do now is, I realize that like, I should probably have my laptop during episodes, but I also know that every time I touch the headphone situation that it makes kind of a noise, and I don't want to create a bad experience for you people. So we're gonna rock through it. We're gonna bounce with it, drop with it, lean with it, rock with it, snap with it. All my fellas, tip your hats with it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. You know that we'll be rocking to it. So I heard something about She-Hulk, and I thought it was a joke. And it turns out it's so not a joke. It's actually very serious and very important that we have She-Hulk, because, I mean, to be completely honest, when I saw Hulk, or when I was introduced to the character, I assumed that it was a woman. But I guess I was wrong. I don't know. And then I heard about the She-Hulk thing, and I was like, surely that's just what people are calling it. I'm so dry. Surely it's not called She-Hulk. Surely it's called something else, like Hulkette or Hulktress. But now it's She-Hulk Attorney at Law, which doesn't seem real, but it is. And I guess we have to love that, because, I mean, you all remember how furious everyone has gotten over the fact that there was no female representation to the Hulk, and how obvious it was that there was an absence of such representation. And look, representation is a fine thing. We should be able to see ourselves in the media that we consume. However, who is this representing? I don't know. Hopefully you can hear this. This is going to be like another test kind of situation in the sense that I'm going to play the audio from my laptop and hope that it picks up through my headphones. I'm going to get real close to the laptop while also, yeah, I'll just like bring it up to my face. I don't know. I'm not going to explain it anymore. You guys are along for the ride. I know you are. So here it goes. The trailer, the trailer to hashtag She-Hulk : attorney at law. And this is coming from Reddit, from user She-Hulk official. And the the comment, not the comment, the copy on the post, the caption, if you know, in layman's terms, the caption caught my attention. It goes, "No objections to this new comedy series from Marvel Studios. Hashtag She-Hulk, attorney at law, an original series starts streaming August 18th on Disney+. So we have it already, and I should probably watch it, maybe do like some kind of react situation on the Patreon. I'm going to also start a Patreon in September. We'll get into that later, but there are definitely some things that are missing from this content sphere that I do feel comfortable charging you $5 for. You know, I'll always do the free episodes because that's really important to me, but it's pretty much the stuff that's like too hot for TV that I would put on Patreon. I don't want to take advantage of my loyal followers who, you know, all 28 of you are always watching my content, always providing feedback, always being super supportive. Not going to take that away. But, you know, if I decide to do a sampling of, you know, some kind of, you know, acid or something, I don't know, maybe I'll put that on the page, you dig? So without further ado, which, by the way, I know I just majorly contradicted myself, but I didn't realize, I thought that without further ado, I thought it was ADIEU, like adieu, like French, right? I thought it was that, but it's actually ADO. So I don't know why that's the case. Good thing I'm a senior content editor at my company. Anyway, She-Hulk.
Critics are calling She-Hulk an absolute must-see.
Are they?
Very good.
Just trying to show you how it's done.
I'm shown.
It breaks new ground.
Your ass looks crazy.
One of a kind.
Wait a second. Okay. So we have... Wow. So in this trailer, which in its entirety is 30 seconds, it took them 14 seconds to include a part that says, "Your ass looks fantastic." Now we're breaking stereotypes, aren't we? We're not objectifying women in superhero roles anymore, are we? No. Wow, this is crazy. I should probably download this trailer and put it like in the bottom corner of the thing when I play it, but also like I stopped it. I don't know. Fuck it. Let's run that back so you can hear it and believe me. She looks like Shrek, by the way. She looks like Lady Shrek. They should have called it Lady Hulk. Small, delicate Hulk for women. Like, if you wanted to do the inclusive thing, why wouldn't you just make a Hulk that's a woman and just call her Hulk? Or call them Hulk? Or, like, don't even gender Hulk. Like, isn't that kind of ridiculous? Like, why this one? You know? That's like, I mean, is there a girl Joker? Oh, if there was, it should fucking be me. Oh, that would be fabulous. Wow, trying out for the Joker. me like 38 years old. Like, hi, I'm Lady Joker. I'm reading for the part of Lady Joker. And they're like, what was your Joker moment in life? What inspired you to be to try out for this part today? And I just tell them the story about I just tell them the story about how I had a short film go to the Cannes Film Festival a couple years ago, and it was a comedic film, and I showed it to my grandparents, and they in an email, and they responded to the email completely seriously by saying, "This is great. You should try doing comedy." That would probably be my Joker origin story, and I'd be a shoo-in for the role. All right, let's hit it again. Also on the screen right now, you know how like during movie trailers it says the like testimonials, like the reviews from critics. So this one says, it's in big bold green text, and it says, quote, "It breaks new ground." Which is funny because I used to work for a production company where after the release, like after their opening night of a show, they would kind of like all sit in the Situation Room from like midnight to like 3 or 4 a.m. just collecting all of the critics' reviews. And if they were bad, they would spin them so that like out of context it seems more generous. So that's kind of what this seems like in this case. It just says it breaks new ground. Like not saying that it's good, just saying that like, wow, this movie wasn't a movie until now, and therefore it's new. We have new ground now. So it says in green, it breaks new ground. Thanks, Sophie Butcher of Empire.
New ground.
Your ass looks crazy.
Your ass looks crazy.
Effortlessly entertaining. It's the funniest MCU show to date. Brilliant errors.
It's the funniest what show to date? Did that say Epstein? Hold on. It's the funniest.
Brilliant errors. Big TV.
Hold on. Oh, MCU show. I thought he said it's the funniest Epstein show, not funniest MCU show. Well, that's why we check our work, folks.
Is MCU show to date. Brilliant errors. Big TV. She-Hulk attorney.
Why am I offended by the term She-Hulk? Because I am. Not in a way that I would have any conversation about it in public or online. But, like, it's stupid. Like, the she is written in pink. It's, like, edgy in a feminine way. It's just like, why? And also, like I said, call it something else. I don't know. This is embarrassing.
Law. Original series now streaming only on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, huh? Well, all right. Looking through. Excuse me. I ate this fucking. If you just saw earlier on my Instagram, I went to the mall. I had to like return a dress that I bought because I realized that I should not have bought it, which is why you would return something, of course. And on the way out, I was like, wow, I did so good. I didn't even exchange it for anything. I didn't go shopping somewhere else. Saving money, living better, Walmart, or whatever that slogan is. But on the way out, I see this machine, and in giant letters it just says TikTok this, and I go, okay. You got me. You guys got me. This is a day where I'm getting got. And I was like, what is it? And it was some kind of like Asian vending machine thing where, like, you know how in like Japan or South Korea, you'll see cool vending machines that sell like, things that you wouldn't normally find, like a pizza, like a hot pizza, um, which great story about vending machines afterwards, after I get through this story. But I feel like Asian vending machines are like where it's at. You go up to it and they're like, do you need a scooter? We'll make you one right now. And then it comes out and then it's actually good. So I go up to this one and all it says is TikTok this. So I go, okay. And I go up to it and then immediately a bunch of people crowd around me because you could tell that they were like, we don't know what this is either, but we didn't really feel like going up to it. But now that someone's doing it, it's worthwhile to stay and watch. So, wait a second. Oh yeah. So I go, and there's no like description of what it is. It's just a bunch of icons. I don't know if any of you have played Neopets, but it reminded me like the design on the touchscreen, because it was touchscreen, some kind of like weird glass display where I assumed it was going to show you how the whatever this thing was being made, and then like a little section on the other side where it dispenses the thing. So the touchscreen just had like a bunch of little icons on them, and they were reminiscent of fairy bubbles from Neopets. If you don't know, I'm like a huge Neopets like slut. I'm like all about it. Every year I fall into like a crippling depression that lasts for like 3 days. Not to say that I'm not, I don't fall into other pits on other days, but there is like an annual mental surprise, which I guess at this point is not a surprise, but anyway, I have this like weird regressive, like I need to play like child games to escape my life, which is like a healthier coping mechanism than like most other things I do, I guess. I think. But then I play Neopets. I like binge it out for 3 days, and then I kind of get a hold of myself and kind of leave it behind. And then I forget my password, and then I get pissed because I'm like, damn it, I did this last year and I racked up a lot of Neo points, and now I can't go to the bazaar because I don't remember my password. So I have to do it all over again, and it's honestly kind of this brilliant self-mutilating scheme that I've created. And that's just, I mean, if you were going to write one story on my tombstone, that would probably be it. But anyway, fairy bubbles are like, you would go to Fairy World, and I don't really even know what they did. I feel like they were pieces of equipment that you can tack on to your Neopet in case you ever wanted to do some kind of battle. And I guess they would protect you or feed you or something. They're just kind of like orbs of light, and all of the icons on this machine were just orbs with like designs in them, like little flowers or a butterfly or like a heart, and they just had prices under them, but in the weird like, European way where instead of a decimal in the dollar amount, it's like a comma. So another reason why I knew that the machine was not native to this country. I don't know why we borrowed it, but so I look and it's fucking $9, and I'm like, all right, well, I've been generally pretty good. Maybe this would be a good opportunity for some content. So I got my credit card out and spent $9.50 on this, treat. And turns out it's cotton candy, and I'm like, this is actually pretty cool. So I press this design, and it's a flower. It's like a pink flower with white petals and a yellow like center pollen thing, floral nucleus. It had a yellow floral nucleus. If there's like a name to that, hold on. I'm gonna Google. I feel like that's a word that everybody knows, but I'm blanking right now. I am not sharp today. I'm fried the heck out. What is the middle of a flower called? Oh, a pistil. Wait, is that true? I don't know. This is stupid. So so I'm getting this cotton candy thing, and the crowd of people is like, ooh, ah. And they're like, what is that? And I'm like, I guess it's cotton candy, and it's being spun like right out of this machine. And I said this a couple of times already. I don't know how long this machine's been there. I don't know where it's from. I don't know whose idea it was. But now, all of the sudden, I'm realizing that I'm like buying food from a robot. And I've gone down that road before, and it was not good. Not just the fact that the food wasn't good, but like it made me ill and had a lasting effect on my health that made the cost of the experience greater than the dollar amount that I invested initially, which is unfortunate because, you know, why pay to poison yourself? But also, you know, I've eaten more McDonald's this year than I think any year in my entire life. So maybe I'm on like a poison kick. Sip of water. Oh, how. Whew. Oh, guys. Oh, it's been a long one. Okay, so it's spinning the cotton candy, and it's cool because, like, the robot kind of choking. The robot holds like a stick, like a cotton candy stick, horizontally, and then holds it over this like cannon that you can barely tell is doing anything until you see that there is sugar floss accumulating on the stick as it rotates above. And it's kind of like really fucking cool looking. I don't know. I'm easily impressed today because generally the day was bad. But so I'm like, all right, how do we arrive at the design? You know, like, is it just going to be cotton candy with some kind of weird branded sticker on it that's like edible or something? Like, I didn't really know. And then, so like it spins the center part of the flower. Excuse me. Ew, this is so gross. I hate this. I'm struggling, guys. I'm really struggling. So the machine spins the white part, the center part, the alleged pistil of the flower first. And, oh, am I going to crack my back? After that, it's like it kind of repositions the stick, and it starts spinning pink sugar around it in like a big kind of like disc. So it's not like the traditional big tuft of like, you know, just normal cotton candy, like balloon shape. It's kind of like a bowl. So it spun the center, and then around the center there's this like bowl of pink. So now like me and everyone around were like, ooh, ah, wow, wow, wow. And then this like this other little freak in there gets all up in the cotton candy's business, and it starts punching little little divots in it as the stick rotates in the machine. So now we're forming a flower, and I'm on the edge of my seat. And then other people come and they say, can we film this too? And I said, yeah, of course. Like, this is a public place. And then after like maybe 2 minutes total, I get the stick of cotton candy, and it's like hot, which is off-putting. Like the stick, so like it opens, the dispenser hole opens, and the screen, like the door, the little like glass door opens, and oh, soap in my back now. The screen opens, but it doesn't like hand me the cotton candy. So I'm like, what do I do? And then a little kid next to me is like, you have to grab it. And I'm like, okay. So I like grab it, and it's like so hot. Like I burnt my hand. So, that was not ideal. And then a bunch of people took pictures of it, and it was cooler than I thought. I spent $10 effectively on cotton candy, and now my throat hurts. Maybe I just finally hit a wall. I don't know. But I know better than to eat anything from a robot, because 2 years ago, no, a year and a half ago, split the diff. I was living with my buddy Ryan, and it was snowing so bad. It was like one of those blizzards that we had in 2021 up here. And we got like snowed in. It was really cute. And he had a bunch of shovels and knew everybody in town. So at about like 8 at night, he was like, hey, my friend works at this bar. Why don't we take a bunch of snow shovels, like dress up in all of this snow equipment, take shovels, and start shoveling people out of their driveways, or, shoveling walkways on the way to his bar, which is open during the snowstorm. I don't know why it was open. It could have been one of those situations where the owner was just like, of course we're open. You're alive, aren't you? We've all had jobs like that. And so I was like, hell yeah, that's a great idea. That sounds like a lot of fun. So we go, and it was like beautiful, when it snows and everything is just so quiet because nobody, dares to go outside. It was so cute, and everything was powdery and sparkly and cool, and we had these shovels, and we're like helping people, and it's just like a great memory. Like I kind of forgot that we did that until now. Shout out to Ryan, sends me postcards all the time, even though we live in the same town. Oh, what a good man. Never mind. So we get to the bar, and sure enough, there's like a bunch of locals there, because I guess the owner was like telling a bunch of people that the bar was open, whatever. I felt so bad for everyone working there, but we knew the one guy, and he was like happy to see us, because otherwise he was like, I don't know any of these people here. This is boring. This sucks. And then we got to like rip a bunch of free shots and whatever. So we leave our shovels at the door, our snow equipment, everything's like wet, and they're like definitely pissed at us that we brought like wet material into the bar. And this was still during COVID, where like this behavior was like mostly illegal. Like things weren't supposed to be open at a certain time, or social distancing was still enforced indoors, and masks, of course, like every time you get up out of your seat, whatever. So it was just this bar had, I don't know, still might have, because I haven't been there pretty much since this day, but it had an entire like plastic shower curtain covering the entire bar, almost like every time you got a drink, you were like talking to a bank teller. You know, but there were no holes cut in the plastic. So every time the bartender needed to talk to you, he would have to like scream, and then when he made the drink, he would have to walk around the bar and hand it to you, effectively like breaking the barrier of of alleged safety. Because like, what is that plastic doing? It's just kind of like separating this air and separating that air, but then like, you know, it's not sealed off, nor like in like cracks wise or like edges wise. So like I said, you can like walk around it. Totally, it's just total nonsense. That was nonsense, but whatever. So we notice that there's like this giant vending machine. Like, this bar is effectively like very disgusting. You know, you wouldn't go there. I mean, it's a dive, but it's like almost worse. You know, it just has that like perpetual like mop water smell, which I guess can be comforting to some people, but not to me. I like when things are actually clean, not like, you know, semi, you know, diet clean. But so the bar is like dark and gross and old fashioned. Nothing's been updated in a very long time, with the exception of these shower curtains. And you know, it's like glaringly obvious that there's this giant red glowing vending machine that almost looks like a photo booth, like one of those big photo booths, like with a curtain, totally enclosed. Like, it was just giant. It took up like what could have been a 4-top like table at the end of the bar. So I'm like, Robo Burger, what the fuck is this? And the owner was like, yeah, so this guy invented this machine called the Robo Burger, and it's just as simple as that. Like, you put your order in, you can customize it like a little bit, and then you swipe your card, and in about 7 minutes or something, a burger comes out. And I was like, no fucking way, that's crazy. So of course I had to do it, and like, even my friend was like, please don't do it, it sucks so bad. It's really disgusting. The guy who made it is a psychopath. He shouldn't be allowed to do this. Who knows what's in there? And like, I should have also had those thoughts cross my mind too, because we're not just talking like soda, which has like a shelf life of like 38 years. We're talking ground beef in a machine, you know, ground beef, lettuce, tomato, mayo. Like, I mean, I should have known better, but I needed the experience really bad. So I go and I put in my order, and I'm just like, I just want to like load it up, because I'm only going to do this once probably, unless it's really good, which doubtful, obviously. But I get like lettuce, tomato, pickle, onions, ketchup, mustard, mayo, cheese. And it wound up being like $15 or something. And I was like, guys, why is it $15? Like, it's okay. You have the ingredients, which have a net cost of like maybe $2 per burger. Like, and that's an overestimate, I would say. You know, especially considering that like McDonald's can sell a burger for $1. So, I mean, assuming that they would have a profit margin of like at least 30%, like, I mean, a burger can't really cost more than 70 or 75 cents, but I digress. It's like $15. And I was like, why is it so expensive? And they were like, well, it could be less, but like, since we sell burgers here, we wanted it to be like competitively priced. And I was like, wait a second, you sell burgers here? Like, you have chefs? And, you know, I'd never seen someone get a burger from this bar before. It's like not that kind of place. Like, you wouldn't do it. And you know, you see, and then I turn around and I see the cooks looking at me like, you fucking motherfucker. Like, you're going to put me out of a job. Like, these goddamn robots are taking our jobs. And I felt bad, but not bad enough to, like, not do it, right? I mean, let's be honest. So I'm like, you know, this machine being here is not my fault, and I'm going to do this for the meme. But also, I decided to order a burger from the kitchen to do like a comparison. And when I put in the order, my friend came back a couple minutes later and said, "We're sorry, the kitchen is closed now." And I said, "Okay, I get it now." I get it now. So now, like, I put in my payment, the burger's, it's cooking. And the weird part is that, like, I'm pretty sure other people can put in orders while I'm doing this. So I mean, I'm sure it's going to come out in order, but, like, it's just, it kind of feels like if the burger's going to take so long and there's like 15 people in the bar, then like, what are you going to put your order in? And then it comes out of a machine like an hour later. Like, I don't really know. I'm not sure if the inventor thought that through. And also there were no sides. Like, you couldn't even get fries. Like, God knows that it would probably be super easy. If you can make and assemble a burger in a vending machine, closed vending machine, by the way. But if you can make and assemble a burger at a vending machine, why can't you make like fries and put them in a little box? But whatever. It's been a year. Maybe he arrived at that already. The inventor. I gotta Google him. Don't worry, I did not lose my train of thought. This is my typing song. A bit of temperature out here, Robo Burger. Hunka bunka burning lurv. That's gonna be the episode title. A hunka burnka burnin' lurv. Great. Oh, wow, it's in the Newport Mall now. And the title of the reviews, they're bad, but I don't want to spoil anything. So, the burger was supposed to take like 7 minutes. Oh, wait, first of all, I said closed vending machine, and this is why. Because, like, even the cotton candy machine had the decency to, like, give me a window of transparency where I can see the thing being made. And you know, because, I mean, I know I customized it, but for all I know, like, I really expected it, in complete honesty, I expected it to be, like, a joke where the guy would, like, go into the vending machine and make the burger and come and, like, hand it to me, and that was, like, the gimmick, right? Especially because they had chefs who sold burgers, right? Absolutely insane. I think the machine is, like, $12,000, but so anyway, it said that the burger was supposed to be like 7 minutes, but then I'm seeing the countdown of the clock and it's like 7 minutes, 8 minutes. I'm like, oh, we're counting up, cool. And I'm getting drunk with my friends. It's a snow day night thing. I like don't even care. I live like 2 blocks away. It's just, you know, we're all doing this for the meme. Do everything for the meme, except this very serious podcast, of course. But after like probably I would say like 15 to 17 minutes, the machine turns green, which is to signal that my burger's ready. So I'm really excited, and I go over there, and it dispenses like there's like a little, same like garage door kind of screen thing as the cotton candy one. And the burger comes out, it like slides out, and I open it, and now mind you, I paid like $1 extra for every additional topping. So that's another reason why it was so expensive. But like, there aren't many restaurants that make you pay $1 a topping. Not for like lettuce or tomato. Maybe for like bacon or more cheese or something. But I don't know. My fat ass needs to fucking shut up. But, I paid for a bunch of extra shit on it. So I open this box, and it's just it's a patty, and the bottom bun. So this is the order, okay? The bottom bun, upside down. Patty, askew. Ketchup on the box. Cheese stuck to the other side of the box. Top bun, upside down, stuck to the cheese. So when I tell you I opened this thing, I laughed so hard I was sobbing, dude. It was remarkable. I was almost thrilled like that it came out like that, because it made the ending so much better. And I was showing it to the owner, and he was so pissed. Not like at me, but at the machine, and how like, I was probably one of 2 people that day to use the machine, and it probably fucked up the same way. Actually it did. My friend who was working there came over, and he was laughing too, and he was like, that happened to someone too, kind of like similar build, similar stature. So I was like, well, this is fucking hysterical, and I did my part to kind of scrape it together, turn both buns the correct way. Scrape the cheese off of the box, take the ketchup that was also on the other side of the box, and just put it all together and make it like an edible thing. And it was so disgusting, dude. It was so gnarly. It was really, really, really bad. But I took like 2 or 3 bites to make sure that was true, and then I passed it to my friends, and they were all like, yeah, man, that's really terrible. And I was like, well, it's terrible, but it doesn't taste rancid, so that's like ideal, I guess. But man, it was bad. And then we kind of just threw it out, keep drinking for a little bit. Probably like 20 minutes go by when the owner comes by, and he's like, hey, I just want to let you know that the inventor of the machine saw what happened to your burger and would like to offer you a redo. So I'm like, what? Like, I'm like looking around, I'm like, is he here? And he's like, no, so basically every time someone orders from the machine, it pings his iPad, and it signals like some kind of camera on the inside of the machine that shows how the burger making process is going. So I'm like, why wouldn't he say anything like while it was being made? Did he think that it was gonna like come out differently? Like, didn't he see the buns being turned upside down? Like, didn't he see the whole thing kind of go awry before it arrived to me? Like, why wouldn't he text you like then? And I guess maybe he just had different ideas for what was supposed to go down. But then I was like, redo? Like, I also want you to know that it was disgusting. And I'm not trying to be a dick. Like, I'm not going to post on Yelp about you. But, I mean, I don't want another one. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, can you ask him if I can have a refund instead? And he said, no. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll pass on the second one. And the guy looked really disappointed. But I don't know why. That shit was so not my fault. It's kind of crazy. Um, but yeah, dude, now looking at this, apparently it's like in the Newport Mall. Um, the world's first autonomous burger robot that cooks a burger from scratch. Ew. I mean, also define scratch because, like, to me, that means the bun too. Um, Hot, freshly prepared burger in minutes for only $6.99 without extras. Okay. Um, let's see. So the first review is a review from the Today Show, and oh wait, no, the first review is a video, and it says, "A robot made me a messy burger and I'd do it again. Would ya?" The thing is that it's not even good. It's actually really bad. But hold on, it's gonna show me. Oh, gross. This is, okay, so this is the menu that they're working with now. We got standard burger, which is cheese, ketchup, and mustard. Then we have custom burger, which starts at $5.99 and you choose your own ingredients. 9 cents more than the standard burger. Interesting choice. And then for the same price, we have Hello Human Burger, which says, "I'm Robo Burger, a robotic chef in a box that makes a hot, freshly prepared burger in less than 5 minutes." But that's what the other two are. This guy, man, dude, if you see this, be aware that, I mean, you had a year, and apparently everything's exactly the same. Maybe worse. Co-founder Dan Brado. Let's look him up. Let's do it. So Dan Brado looks like he's a ginger dude. Is that derogatory, by the way? I don't know. He's like a red-headed fellow with a fatherly build and a youthful face, and might I say a charming smile. Wow, they went to Carnegie Mellon. They worked on prototypes to create what is now, this is from USA Today, by the way. They worked on prototypes to create what is now Robo Burger for 16 years. Hire a chef. Oh my God. Oh God, it says Chipotle is testing a robot. It's named Chippy and it makes tortilla chips. Well, I'm not mad at that. That's pretty hard to fuck up. The first quote from one of the guys who invented this, someone with the last name of Wilson. What's this guy's name? Audley Wilson. Audley. Audley. That's an oddly fine name. You're welcome. His quote is, "No more wondering if the chef or staff is sick." Ew. Ugh. Cheap labor. It's like, do we hate people that much that we don't even want people touching our burgers anymore? Like, call me crazy, but I enjoy the taste of the human hand. Don't you ever see, like, if you see, like, real chefs cooking, they don't have gloves on because they're constantly washing their hands, and they also never leave the kitchen. Like, they don't wash their hands unless they touch raw meat, or they have to touch the floor for some reason, or whatever. And yes, like, kitchens are sketchy. I've worked in a ton of them, or a ton of restaurants. And of course they're sketchy, but like, you know, if you work in like a chain, you have to wear gloves because it's like a, you know, some kind of corporate safety law. But a real chef will touch the food. And like, if you see someone with like latexy, like powdery rubber gloves, I think that's kind of like more gross. Like, the idea of a robot doesn't seem like more sanitary to me. I just think of like motor oil being combined with my food. And also now I'm remembering the smell. Like, what the smell that was going down in the bar when this shit was being made. It was vile, dude. It was so vile. Anyway, wow. Crazy. For further safety, the machine will shut down if something goes wrong. Has it ever gone right? By every testimony, it's been upside down and inside out. Upside down, inside out, you can feel it. Who knows that tune? Link it in the comments. For example, if the power goes out and the refrigeration system shuts off, RoboBurger won't sell another burger until the machine has been checked. I mean, folks, I think I know where we're going to get COVID-20. Am I right? We were worried about fucking bats and wet markets. The next pandemic is coming from the Newport Mall, dude. It's going to be some like 42-year-old man being like, I love robots. I love burgers. Let's do this. And then he's sick. And then he goes on some kind of Tinder binge. And like a bunch of, you know, Jersey City art freaks get a mysterious virus where all their hair falls out. And we trace it back to the RoboBurger. Mark my words, today is August 24th, the year 2022 of our Lord. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, too, like, we have restaurants that are open 24/7. McDonald's is like a 24/7 place, and it's cheaper than this. Like, and the mall closes. Like, I don't know, dude. Bad ideas, really bad ideas. I'm not trying to shit on a small business or an inventor. I respect the fact that these melon heads spent 16 years creating something that someone without an 8th grade degree can do really fucking well, and probably needs this job, you know? Like, let's not be eliminating the jobs that people like need to survive, you know? Let's automate this dick, I guess. I don't know. Folks, this was a good time. I had a really good time. I missed you. I love you very much. I will be better at this. My schedule freed up a little bit. And I'm not going to share any more details than that. But I will be on time now. I needed to take a little hiatus, not put out some garbage. But we're back. We're better than ever. There's going to be a lot of exciting things coming up that I keep teasing in old episodes, but it's going to be time to talk about them very soon. So, with that being said, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love your faces, and I'll see you tomorrow. Wow, how many times have I watched that? Shouts out to Philip DeFranco. You're my hero, even though you're a cringe motherfucker, but I respect you as a content creator and a father. He's probably my only source of news because I have no time. It's very sad, but he's pretty unbiased if you ask me. Wow. Look, I guess that's it. I will not be late anymore. Patreon coming soon. Peace and love. And fucking okay, bye.